radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, as we take a look outside and see things beginning to warm up just a little bit. Some of you this morning were in a pretty deep hole when it comes to temperatures. For the first time since, it's been first part of May, I believe it was, or tail end of April. First time that we have seen some 30s for an overnight low at a few locations. Most of them were in northern Michigan. Grayling started off this morning at 33. Roscommon, you dropped down to 28 degrees for a low last night. Houghton Lake was at 39. Cadillac at 39. Mayo at 37. Coleman at 39. Hemlock 39. Chesaning 39. St. John's, now we're talking close to Lansing, 37. Fenton, 39 degrees. So that just kind of gives you an idea how chilly it was. Some folks didn't get that cold, but they got cold enough. Bad Axe reporting 41 degrees this morning. Gray at 42. Gladwin at 41. Cass City over in the Thumb 45. Caro at 41. Clare at 43. Elsie started the morning off at 43. Saginaw here at Radio Center, it dropped down to 45. 47 degrees for downtown Saginaw, Midland at 41, Sterling at 41, Frankenmuth 46. So that just kind of gives you an idea all around of just how chilly it got. Caseville, overnight low of 60. So I guess the water played a little role in that. Still, water temperatures unusually warm in Saginaw Bay, probably some of the warmer temperatures we have seen in recorded history, but not the warmest ever. But still, our lakes, all 5 of them, looking at some very mild temperatures as of right now, a little bit warmer than what they normally would be this time of the year. Yesterday, a mix of sun and clouds. Once again, some spotty rain showers around. Didn't really amount to too much in many areas. Clear skies overnight, and that's what resulted in the chilly temperatures. Quite frankly, Michigan is the core of the cold. You go a little bit further west, temperatures a lot warmer. You go a little bit further east, temperatures warmer again. Even Pennsylvania, in some of the low-lying areas of Pennsylvania around the Adirondacks, weren't as cold as what we were here overnight. Tonight's going to be a totally different picture. We're going to warm up this afternoon to right around 74. Matthew, what do we have on the thermometer right now?
Right now, over at the airport, it's sunny at 64 degrees. Over in Midland, it's sunny at 66. Here, Radio Center, it's sunny at 63. We have southwest winds at 9 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.22, and it's steady.
Just got a note, Midland, it dropped down, they say, to 38. So that was an unofficial reading there. As we said, we're looking at sunshine. Not much of any of a chance of moisture today. 74 is going to be our high. Clouds, though, will be on the increase as we go through the nighttime hours. The best chance of any shower activity in the Great Lakes Bay area is going to be a lot closer to sunrise tomorrow morning. But in northern sections of the state, as we move into the late afternoon and the evening hours, that's when we're going to begin to see some precipitation. We're getting some reports of scattered precipitation right now in the Upper Peninsula, especially in the central and the west side of the UP. All of that because of a cold pressure, and I should say a low pressure with a cold front. And that is drifting now down into Lake Superior and ranging all the way back into the Dakotas. That front is going to settle down through the entire state and be out of the state by, tomorrow afternoon, really. So as a result, our temperatures aren't going to drop down all that much tonight because of the cloud cover. Tomorrow, we'll get up to about 68 for a high, a wet start to the day. But as we go into the late morning and the early afternoon, the precipitation part is going to be tapering off rather dramatically. And then as the day goes on, we should see some clearing because especially on tomorrow night, because that cold front will be well to the south of Michigan. Friday, we're looking for sunshine, 67, 68 degrees. So tomorrow and Friday, very similar as far as temperatures go, not only during the day, but also at night. We're going to be looking tomorrow night at a low of 46 and a low on Friday night of 46. So that indicates that we will have some clearing skies, especially tomorrow night into the day on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we're going to be looking at mostly sunny skies, clear conditions at night. So our overnight low on Saturday night will be 48, 52 for a low on Sunday, 52 for a low on Monday night. And then on Tuesday, we'll begin to see a warming trend of next week. Upper 70s for a high with partly to mostly sunny skies. I'm not looking for anything after Thursday, let's say mid-afternoon on Thursday. I'm not looking for any moisture until maybe the middle of the work week next week. So for the entire Labor Day holiday, we're not looking at much of any chance of any precipitation. 80s is what we're going to be moving into once we check into the middle part of next week. And of course, with the warmer temperatures, there is going to be that threat, that opportunity, whatever you're looking for, of some precipitation. And much of the state still continues to be exceptionally dry. Record high in the state is 95, set back in 1948, tied in 1976. 42 is our record low, and that was made in 1915. The coolest ever, 27th of August, was in 1986. The warmest ever, you go back to 1973. 94 was our high, 75 was our low. Incidentally, 94, that was our high temperature a year ago today, and our low was 69. So we came pretty close to one of the warmer August the 27th, but not quite a record breaker. As far as nighttime lows overnight, there will be a number of cities that will be checking the record book. My guess is we've probably tied a number of low temperature records and maybe broken a couple overnight last night and early this morning. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have today?
Coming up next, we have Cody Harris from Star of the West, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Might be a real good idea if the weather permits and you do have the opportunity over the weekend to be working around the house. Might not be a bad idea to check out that roof. Yeah, that's about the last thing in the world you want to worry about is a roof. Well, a lot of people say that until you get a leak, and then you wish you would have taken care of it before. You maintain your equipment. You take care of everything around your home to make sure that it works right. And of course, you will be getting things together here for the fall because winter can't be too far away. Your roof needs care too. And that's why I highly recommend that you get a hold of Ben. AskBenHow.com. The reason for it, simply because he's a dependable guy. He's a good guy to have walk around on your roof. He's fair. He's honest. He takes care of whatever business that needs to be taken care of, and he works with you. Free roof assessment is what it's all about. That's how you get started. 989-859-6751. Again, that's 989-859-6751. And he'll check that roof out and tell you, hey, your roof is fine. Not a problem. Your roof looks fine right now, but it's getting up in years. I got a solution. Or you just flat out need a new roof. He'll tell you. And if he thinks that the Roof Max product will work for you, I would definitely take him up on that. I did, and I'm happy that I did. 989-859-6751. Ask Ben how, because a little care today is going to save you a whole lot more tomorrow. We say good morning to Cody Harris over at Star of the West. Cody, how are you this morning?
Doing well. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, we're doing great. Haven't talked to you for a while. Why did you call today?
I wish I could say it was good news here. I was calling in here today, but looks like I drew the short end of the stick here today as we're watching wheat kind of give up all the gains that we've seen the last probably 3 or 4 days, and corn and soybeans are trying to battle back, but have kind of a quiet week here midweek as of right now.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of a battle. Anything in particular that's standing out, making the markets do what they're doing right now?
Well, kind of what you were alluding to a little earlier, Terry. We got some cool weather in the forecast here in the short term, and maybe a little bit of rain coming in next week to the Corn Belt market. Right now, I would say is seeing that as favorable for the crops. And after we saw last week, there was a crop tour that went on for most of the Corn Belt and western states, and saw big crops and a record crop potentially maybe in the soybean arena. So I think with this weather and then that report that we saw last week, it's just putting a little bit of pressure that we're going to have maybe a massive crop both on corn and beans, which will really add to our bottom line here.
So right now on the board, what do you have, Cody?
Yeah, right now at the moment I have cash wheat down 6, $4.94 on the white, $4.19 on the red. New crop 2026 wheat is down 5, $5.54 on the white, $4.69 on the red. Looking over at corn, cash corn is down 4 at $5.20 or $3.29. New crop corn down 3 at $3.42. And then looking over at soybeans, cash and new crop soybeans are, I'll call it unchanged at the moment at $9.65.
We're going to have the opportunity to talk to Joe Kramer tomorrow, but I was just kind of curious. Have you heard much about the dry bean crop around? How does it look?
I know personally I haven't heard too much about it, which I would say sitting in my seat's probably a good thing. So hopefully Joe's got some good news for everybody. As I know I drove around and looked at some fields and it looks good from the roadside, but I'm sure we'll have some details on that. But overall, like I said, I haven't heard anything, which is usually a good thing on my end.
Yeah, well, we all know what that windshield does. It doesn't tell you much, really, till you walk around in the field. Cody, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
Yeah, you as well. Thank you.
Cody Harris over at Star of the West. A little bit more in depth as far as what the markets are doing. We've got Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us. The market report brought to you by Thumb Bank, working with farmers since 1895. They've got 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay. And of course, their Freeland location is the newest acquisition. Thumb Bank, relationships are built on trust. Market report also brought to you by Legendary Tree Care. You need some trimming done. How about tree removal? You know, we're getting into that time of the year where maybe this work has got to be done before winter sets in. Legendary Tree Care, get a hold of them and book some time. Have them come out, take a look. Remember, no job is too big or too small. They are fully licensed and insured, and they specialize in big projects. LegendaryTreeCare.com or like them on Facebook. Good morning, Doug Klein.
Good morning.
How are we looking?
Well, it's end of month at this point. I think the momentum is solid on the stock market. We almost got a new high on the S&P, missed it by like 1 point, so not awful close. Probably today or the rest of the week, or we're there. What else? Alta Beauty hit a new high today. They're outstanding, all-time high. Raytheon hit a new high today. So the Forever War is very profitable for everybody involved in that company. What else was interesting? Crude oil's still going up. Of course, got the holiday. I saw Kroger put 10 cents down on their price of gas. So
really?
They must have heard that I filled it up. Geez, what are they?
Me too. Oh, man.
Oh, my. So, I don't know. But, yeah, so not all that much going on. Natural gas is having a good day, up about 2.5%. Strong exports, and of course NVIDIA reports tonight, and that's probably going to be fine, and they'll probably go up, but who knows? It's way above my pay grade. So here's your numbers. The September corn is 383 and a quarter, down 4 and a quarter. December corn is 406 and a half, down 3. November soybeans 1052 and a quarter, up 2 and 3/4. January soybeans 1071 and a half, up 2 and a quarter. September wheat is 502 and 3/4, down 6 and 3/4, and December wheat 525 and a quarter, down 6 and a half. Crude oil is 63.61, up 36 cents. Heating oil 229 and a half, up 1.5 cents. Gasoline 213 and 3/4, that's up 1.5 cents. Natural gas is 287, up 8 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys $1.3820 Canadian, that's down 18 ticks. The dollar buys 147.69 yen, that's up 29 ticks. The euro's at 116.10, down 32 ticks. The dollar's at 98.43, up 21 ticks. Gold's at $33.9810, up $7.10 an ounce. Silver's $38.53, down 7.5 cents. Platinum's $13.4710, down $2.30. Copper's at $4.4035, down 5.6 cents.
All right, 5.6 cents.
We'll see.
I guess. Doug, you have a good one. Oh, incidentally,
Okay,
now
yeah.
with the holiday coming up, is
Monday.
trading going to stop earlier on Friday, or is it going to be a full day? Have you seen
I'll be
anything
here.
on that? You'll be
I
there.
haven't seen anything. Yeah, I'll be here.
Monday, though, you
We'll
won't,
find
right?
something to talk. Yeah. No.
I don't blame you. I'd much rather go for the grilled hot dogs, quite frankly.
Now I got to figure something out.
Maybe they've got them on sale. We can get some more points.
On my way.
All right. Talk to you later. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Rommel Insurance Agency. They invite you to mark out on your calendar Labor Day holiday beginning Friday and going through September the 1st for the 78th Annual Michigan Bean Festival. It kicks off at 6 o'clock on Friday night. We're going to be broadcasting from the festival grounds for our farm show coming up on Friday. We're going to be talking about all the activities going on. They will be crowning the festival queen. That will be at 7 o'clock on Friday night. And then after that, the tractor pull at Motorsports Park. That will be going on. Kids Day is Saturday. Sunday, of course, kicking off with a pancake breakfast and a church service at the community church. And then all sorts of things going on for the kids. The games, face painting, barrel train riding, jelly ball, petting zoo, you name it. It's all going on. 78th Annual Michigan Bean Festival in Fairgrove. Again, the Rommel Agency with offices in Frankenmuth, Saginaw, and Carroll invites you to bring the family out and have a good time. When we come back, Bill Webster will be joining us from Nutrient Ag. But first, this.
It happens after every commercial building gets built.
That looks great, boys. Wow, what a change. The owners are going to be thrilled.
Even after cleaning out the garage or shed. That leftover scrap metal can be a burden, but it doesn't have to be, and it can make you some cash. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal is a metal recycling company that'll pay you cash and recycle your metal for the future. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal also makes it easy. We can provide containers for industrial manufacturing facilities and small specialty shops for moving and storing scrap metals. Looking to scrap a vehicle? We got you. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal in Saginaw, just north of the Dow Event Center. Also located in West Branch, 1 mile off I-75 and M76. Schedule a car pickup or check metal prices now at rifkin-co.com. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal, recycling today for tomorrow.
Friday, bonus pricing has been extended at Rifkin Steel. Farmers, when the job calls for power and versatility, trust New Holland compact tractors. Built tough to handle everything from chores to field work. Easy to operate, rugged and reliable, they're ready to work as hard as you do. And when it comes to support, Ellen's Equipment has you covered with expert service and parts at all 3 locations, McBain, Beale City, and Ithaca. Stop by today and see how a New Holland compact tractor can make your farm run smoother. Ellen's Equipment, where hard work meets hard-working equipment.
Coming up, not tonight, but tomorrow night, The dry bean variety research plot tour continues. Right now, tonight, they're going to be in Stanton. Tomorrow night, though, they're going to be in the Auburn area, southwest corner of 7 Mile and Salzburg Road on Weiss Farms. So you might want to check that out. That's the second to the last one. The last one is going to be in Sanilac County, and that will be on Wednesday, September the 3rd. The folks at Freeland Bean and Grain invite you to attend this dry bean variety research plot to take a look and see what is going on in the Auburn area. Salzburg Road and 7 Mile Road, southwest corner. That's where the field is. Again, it's Weiss Farms. That is coming up on Thursday. Remember, serving you is their business, and they've been doing it since 1983. Freeland Bean and Grain. Along with me, I've got Bill Webster from Nutrient Ag Solutions. Bill, good morning. How are you?
Pretty good, Terry. How are you?
Hey, not too bad. A lot of crop tours going on. What are you guys seeing out there, Bill?
Really, stuff's not half bad for what we put it through. Some areas have been good rains most of the summer. Some areas have been extremely dry. We've had a very hot summer until real recently, which has given the crops a little breath of fresh air like us. But generally, stuff looks good for what it's been through.
I guess I'm just amazed that when I take a look and see all the numbers talking about how dry it is out there, some folks getting 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, these gully washers, but that's the exception. That's not the rule.
Yes, that is the exception. Yeah, we've kind of limped along. Most of us have limped along with just enough rain or not quite enough, and the crops are doing better than what you would think, considering the lack of rainfall.
Now, how far along? How close are we? Of course, we know that the sugar beets they're beginning the early dig. They've been doing that,
right.
But like our dry beans, we're seeing them turn.
Yep, it's right on time. We'll get them gone hopefully on time and get ready to plant some wheat here in the middle of September. And I think the corn crop probably is right on target. Most of it got planted fairly timely this year, and it's probably right on schedule. We've had a pretty hot summer in the scheme of things.
Well, usually in the past, soybeans liked hot weather and dry weather.
Right.
What is our crop looking like?
Well, it has looked good. The big secret of soybeans is if it doesn't rain in early August, you end up with not the best crop. So it depends on whether somebody got rain in those first couple of weeks of August, and they do withstand the dry weather better than corn does even. But it all depends on that August rain.
Yeah, it sure does. Bill Webster, I really appreciate your time. You take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Bill Webster with Nutrient Ag. Quick break, and then on tap, we have Matthew.
Coming up next, we have Chuck Serbinsky from Maple Hill.
But first, this.
When it comes to strength, reliability, and performance, nothing beats a PowerLift hydraulic door. Built right here in Marlette, Michigan, our custom hydraulic doors are designed for your toughest jobs. Agriculture, aviation, commercial, and more, the price we give is an installed price, and you'll deal with one point of contact from start to finish. To schedule your PowerLift door consultation, call 989-635-8017 or visit PowerLiftDoorsMI.com. PowerLift Hydraulic Doors of Michigan. When you need it done right, we lift you above the rest.
Let's touch base right now with Chuck Serbinsky over at Maple Hill Nursery. Chuck, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good on this sunny Wednesday, and we're talking fall planting right now, and you want to make sure that when you are doing fall plantings that you use a good soil, and we have the perfect solution, and it's called Tree and Shrub from Morgan Composting. And Tree and Shrub's a handcrafted premium organic soil that will produce lush green growth, provide a little jump start for those trees and shrubs with the added kick of triple ground bark. So that's going to help with water holding capacity as you plant this fall. And it's definitely a must for fall plantings. And of course, right now we've got our fall planting sale going on where you can save 20 to 40% off of quite a large selection of trees and shrubs and perennials.
Yeah. So right now, as far as that goes, talking about planting, all we got to do is stop by Maple Hill.
And we'll show you how to do it with Dairy Dew products from Morgan Composting.
Let's talk a little bit more about the sale on Friday, Chuck.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you then.
All right, talk to you then. Chuck Cervinsky with Maple Hill Nursery. We'll be right back. Summer's here, and whether you're growing corn or cucumbers, your plants are working hard. Make sure your soil's working just as hard with a boost from Dairy Dew. At Morgan Composting, we know that healthy soil holds water better, makes nutrients more available, and keeps plants stronger, even through summer heat. Our products are loaded with microbial life, humic and fulvic acids, and natural nutrients that build real soil structure. Use Bloom Blaster or Veggie Blaster in your garden for a vibrant harvest, or go to a custom blend tailored for your farm's needs. We've got organic options for row crops, hay, and pasture too. Don't just fertilize, feed the soil. You'll see stronger roots, better yields, and more resilient growing season. Find us at dairydew.com or visit Morgan Composting and grow healthy from the ground up.
Healthy plants come from healthy soil. Healthy soil comes from Dairy Dew.
Experience the most reliable RTK signal from PC Ag Solutions, compatible with most GPS receivers. Trade in your old radio or modem and get an affordable subscription through us. We have over 25 base station locations across the Lower Peninsula, and we're always looking to add more to our network. Discover more power, more accuracy, and more coverage with our 450 megahertz signal. Call us to learn more today. PC Ag Solutions, 989-868-4444. You need a little work done around the house, around the property, even up north, maybe on some of the rental land, or you got a neighbor that needs some help. Farmall Tractor, that's what it's all about. Can Do comes in red. That's what we've been telling you. And it's true. Farmall, it can do just about anything. The name says it can do just about anything. We're talking 35 to 140 horses. So all you got to do is just pair yourself up with the right size Farmall tractor for the job, for the need. And the folks at Weiss Equipment can do that for you. Anywhere from the value-packed compact Farmall A up to the deluxe compact Farmall C and C Series with cabs. The tractor does it all, so no matter what you're doing, Farmall is the answer. See them today at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. Help with lines of credit, equipment loans, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. Yes, they can. Make them your hometown financial solution if they aren't already. 30 locations plus to check them out. Find out more by going to frankenmuthcu.org. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.